Hello, guys, and welcome back to FCB for Life. Welcome to a brand new episode. Guys, it is here. It is massive. It is the second leg of the Champions League semi-final, and we're heading into San Siro to take on Inter Milan. Last week was very chaotic. It was 3-3 in Montegrish. Goals was flying in, pure drama. But now it all comes down to this one game. 90 minutes and a spot in the Champions League final is on the line. Do you believe we can do it? Of course I believe we can. So grab a drink, do not go anywhere, hit that like button as we dive into the team analysis and the predicted lineup for this massive clash. Now let's dive right in. After a thrilling 3-3 draw in the first leg, Barcelona travelled to San Siro on Tuesday night to face Inter Milan in the decisive second leg of the Champions League semi-final. Having already conquered domestic rivals this season, with the side set on the treble still, Barcelona are now just one step away from returning to a Champions League final match for the first time in nearly a decade. 10 years now, and our sights are set on this final, and we will get there. I believe we can. Last week opening leg was just a very Champions League classic. Wow. It was a chaotic end-to-end encounter that highlighted the tournament's most potent attack against its meanest defense. Lamine Yamal lit up the night with a stunning strike, while Rafinha continued its superb European form as Barcelona responded to going behind 3 times to earn a hard-fought draw at Montegrish. Although Inter struck very early, with Marcus Thuram's goal scoring the fastest semi-final goal in UCL history with just after 30 seconds. And we saw an unlikely hero, Denzel Dumfries, who netted twice. Barcelona never wavered, even still. We showcased the kind of attacking resilience that we have that has made us one of the Europe's most feared sides this season. With momentum building on our side, Barcelona have won 24 of the last 30 matches in all competition, and the Champions League campaign has nothing short of explosive. They have scored 40 goals in the tournament so far, with just 5 shy away from the record of 1999 and 2000 scoring 45. And now we have two of the most productive players in Europe leading the charge, with Lamine Yamal, the teenage sensation, who has now scored 5 UCL goals this season, with only Haaland, Mbappe and Raul who has ever done better in a single season as teenagers. Also, Rafinha has also contributed to a 20 Champions League goal this season and assist, trailing only Cristiano Ronaldo's iconic 2013-2014 campaign. Having already lifted the Spanish Super Cup and defeated Madrid to claim the Copa del Rey, Barcelona are still on the sights for a treble this season. This is a feat that we have only achieved once, back in 2009 under Pep Guardiola and also Luis Enrique. Twice. Barcelona also, the Champions League winner we have under our hands, Hansi Flick, who has rejuvenated Barcelona that had stumbled in Europe in recent years. However, standing in the way is an Inter Milan side who is unbeaten in their last 15 Champions League home games, winning 12 and drawing 3. Inter Milan also boasts of a formidable record at this stage, having won 9 of their last home semi-final games in the Champions League. Barcelona, by contrast, have historically struggled in semi-final away legs. We have lost the last four and secured just two wins in 13 matches. I mean, that is really, really a bad record. But I know with Hansi Flick, things are changing. That is for sure. Things are really changing under Hansi Flick. The record on the Italian soil is also very underwhelming, with only 5 wins in 24 Champions League trips to Italy so far. Still, this version of Barcelona appears better equipped to defy history, with a well-drilled backline led by Inigo Martinez, also by our one youngster, Paul Kubasi, and also Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who just returned in goal, and a forward line bustling with youthful energy and world-class talent. This is the Barcelona we have been waiting for. Barcelona are now playing with conviction and confidence under Hansi Flick. Now for the team news, Hansi Flick is expected to recall the stars after rotating the squad in Saturday's win over Real Valladolid, which is 2-1. I mean, that was a very great moral montada we did right there. While Juskunde also remained sidelined, with key figures such as Lamine Yamal and Rafinha and Kubasi will also start. Encouragingly for Barcelona, Roberto Lewandowski and Alejandro Balde are also nearing full fitness and could feature from the bench, but I'm not sure about Alejandro Balde. I mean, we got reports that the pain in the strain just got back last from the training, but tests, they're going to run some tests tomorrow and they're going to see and assess if Alejandro Balde can be back in training. Inter Milan, meanwhile, so far faces concern of their own with their top scorer Lautaro Martinez, who is out with an hamstring injury, while also Benjamin Pavard is also unavailable, and this may force Simeone Inzaghi to turn either Teremi Mendy or I think Marco Arnautovic, in attack, since Lautaro has been injured. So he's going to start with either Mendy Teremi or Marco Arnautovic. Despite his strong European campaign, Inter recent form has really, really dipped with their 1-0 win over Verona, which has ended a 5-match winless run, and Inter Milan still poses a serious threat at home, but Barcelona's firepower and form makes us really, really dangerous visitors. Now moving over to the predicted lineup. Barcelona will look to book a spot in the Champions League final for the first time in a decade in Italy. Well, the first leg was a wild contest that ended in a 3-3 draw, and now it will be all to play for at San Siro. Flick made 9 changes to his starting lineup and got all 3 points against Real Valladolid at the weekend, resting players for as possible as could over 120 minutes. So there are major questions surrounding the defense, with Jules Koundé ruled out with injury and Alejandro Balde's status still uncertain of this moment. So we think Flick will stick with the back four that played the most half last week, with Eric Garcia at right back, Ronaldo Raro, Pau Kubasi as the pairing centre back, and I'm gonna go with Gerard Martin again. I think he's gonna start Gerard Martin again over the weekend at the left back position. Now, if there are any doubts surrounding the defense, there are no such questions regarding the midfield, with Frankie de Jong and Pedri each rested for 45 minutes at the weekend, and they would be fresh to go the distance again for this one. And for the number 10 role, Dani Olmo also played very little minutes against Valladolid. Now, this is to make sure he is on the best form against Inter. For the attack, Lamine Yamal played just over 50 minutes and Rafinha only played in the second half at the weekend. And I'm going to go for the number 9 position, Robert Lewandowski. I hope he gets the start. I hope he's in the first 11 and we will get a very, very lovely game on that day. Hansi Flick, please, just do this. So tell me what you think about my predicted lineup for this game. Please do drop some comments in the comment section. And do not forget, we can also interact in the comment section. Please do so. And that is going to be a wrap for today's episode, guys. I hope to see you guys in the final in Berlin. Whoever is coming to the final is making sure he's getting the thrashing of his life in the final. So do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next episode. Visca Barca!